And good evening, everyone, and welcome into the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. I'm your host, Russ Renaud. Thanks for joining us again here on another Sunday night after a UFC event. And if you're just joining us for the first time, just want to say welcome, and you can use the chat feature. Let me know who you PC, who you collect, and also your first name and where you're watching from. So love for you to send any questions. Just anything that you want to share with us. We'll try to get to it as we go along. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about last night's event tonight because I do want to get into our break, this live rip of the 2022 Panini Prizm, the last hobby box we have. Big news coming up here later on in the show, and I'll get into all of that as we go along. So you can reach me at russ@orange-fire.com. That's my email address. You can find me on social media at FightCardsRuss or at Orange Fire Media. You can find me on Facebook too, Russ Renaud, Reneau, or at Orange Fire Media. So anything you see on the show, anything we open up on here, anything that I show from previous shows, everything's available. So just let me know. You can reach me all those places, and I'll say that again as we go along in the show. So what we do is we start off and we talk about last night's fight card, and then we get into our hobby top five. That's the top five fighters right now as far as the hobby goes. And then we'll talk about our card giveaways that we're going to be doing here in the future. We'll talk about what we're opening next week. That's the big news this week. And then we'll open the cards and we'll go through and see what we get. And we'll show some of the hits that we've had from the last few weeks. Those are pretty exciting. I've had some pretty good ones here on the show so far. I'm pretty pleased with that. And we found some home for some, and a lot of them are still available. So it's exciting to just see what we pull out of here. And like I said, I want to give away stuff. I just want everybody to feel a part of this community and that we build something great. We just keep building, until we have, a ton of subscribers and we can give stuff away all the time. So that's what we got to look forward to tonight, is right there staring at us. Pretty exciting to get the last 2022 hobby in here on this show. Been going for about 3 months now, and I appreciate everyone's support and just want to keep making this better and better. And the way we do that is just trying to find a home for these cards and just building this up as much as we can. So let's talk about Fight Night last night from the Apex in Las Vegas. The number 3 ranked heavyweight Sergey Pavlovich against the number 4 heavyweight Curtis Blaydes, and people said Curtis Blaydes is going to have to get Pavlovich to the ground. And if you listened last week, I thought that Pavlovich was going to do exactly what he did last night. Blaydes had no chance of getting him to the ground. Pavlovich teed off and got the first round knockout, just like he's done the last 5 times before that. And now a 6-fight knockout streak for Sergey Pavlovich, and likely the next heavyweight to contend for the title, depending on what happens with the John Jones-Stipe Miocic fight that's yet to be determined. Who knows? That fight's not set, so you never know. But you know that Sergey Pavlovich is going to be next in line. So what that means, we'll have to see what happens with Jones and Miocic, whether that fight ever really happens. We hope it does. But with John Jones and certainly with Stipe being out so long, you never know. So great job by Pavlovich last night. Like I said, I predicted that last week on the show that it would just go that way. I haven't seen anything different, from Curtis Blaydes that would have told me that wasn't going to go that way. And like I said, there's a lot of great UFC podcasts with current fighters, former fighters, and they'll break that down a lot better than I do. I talk about the fights just as mostly in relation to the hobby, but to set up what we're going to be looking at, some of the hot fighters to be looking for. Sergey Pavlovich looking like one of those guys going forward, but we'll have to see what lies in store for him. But another impressive outing. I did see some things from Pavlovich. This is the little bit of breakdown. He is a little bit slow. I mean, he's huge, but tons of power. Really kind of telegraphs some of his shots, and maybe somebody a little bit quicker may give him problems if he ever had to face a Cyril Gane, or we'll see what Tom Aspinall, how he comes off of his injury, what he looks like. those could be some guys that could give him some more problems and kind of slow down that power. But somebody the size and speed, the lack of speed also on Curtis Blaydes really showed last night. And like I said, Pavlovich had no problem with that. I'm not going to get too much into this card just because what we do on the show, we talk about fights as they relate to what's hot in the trading card industry. So there wasn't a whole lot in last night's card to get too excited about, except for that main event. But down the card, you saw Christos Giagos defeating Ricky Glenn. And I do have a Giagos rookie autograph card, if anybody's interested in that. Did see a ranked matchup in the women's featherweight division with the flyweight division with Norma Dumont defeating Carol Hossa. Dumont ranked number 13, Hossa ranked number 9, and so a little bit of an upset there with Dumont getting the victory. And then also down the card in the heavyweight division, we saw Muhammad Usman, the brother of Kamaru Usman, get a decision victory over Junior Tafa. So Usman's somebody that will probably have some rookie cards coming out, and maybe not this year, but next. I didn't print off the checklist for Prizm. I should have, so I apologize for that. We'll look at it more next week, but more exciting news to come on that. So just looking at, there were a lot of fights that were kind of moved around in the schedule, a lot added to the schedule, and that's the other thing that we do here. And Song Yadong against Ricky Simon was supposed to be the co-main event last night, but they moved that to the main event next week because Arman Tsarukyan Renato Moicano matchup was canceled due to an injury to Moicano. So Song Yadong, Ricky Simon next week at the Apex in Las Vegas. But also, I've said it a few times on this show, the person I'm going to PC, as soon as they make cards ever, Haley Cowan and Jamie Lynn Horth will be starting off that card in the women's bantamweight division. Haley Cowan, a Baylor Bear just like me, and so I've got my full support behind All Hail Haley Cowan, and really looking forward to that event next week in Las Vegas. Also, looking ahead, UFC 288 coming up on May 6th, the champion Aljamain Sterling in the bantamweight division taking on Henry Cejudo, and we had a new co-main event added this week, so some exciting news there in the welterweight division. Number 4, Bilal Muhammad against number 5, Gilbert Burns, a fight that we've all been looking forward to for a long time. They just haven't been able to get it done, but with this opening coming up and those two game to get it done, they're going to step in there in Newark, New Jersey in 2 weeks, and we'll have a lot to talk about after that one. As we move along, May 13th, we got a Rosenstrike and Almeida heavyweight matchup headlining the event in Charlotte, North Carolina on May 13th. Anthony Smith and Johnny Walker light heavyweight matchup, the co-main event. Also, that matchup in the welterweight division, Ian Gary and Daniel Rodriguez, that's pretty exciting. So that should be a good card in Charlotte. Saw a lot added to the May 20th event at the Apex. Raquel Pennington and Irene Aldana, women's bantamweight division, number 2 against number 5. Also, we got a main event for the June 3rd event at the Apex. Jack Hermanson will be taking on Brendan Allen. And then we're starting to see kind of more of a full card being set up for June 10th at UFC 289 in Vancouver. So you've got Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena 3 for the women's bantamweight title. That one tied up 1 apiece. And then the co-main event, Charles Oliveira and Beneil Dariush, lightweight matchup. And a lot more added to that card here in the last week. Dan Ige, Nate Landwehr, Kaylee Roundtree Jr. against Chris Dawkins. So starting to see some good matchups come out of UFC 289. Also, got a fight night coming up on June 17th from the Apex. A lot of stuff in the Apex this year, this summer. Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vittori, number 3 against number 4 in the middleweight division. Fight night June 24th in Jacksonville. Number 5, Josh Emmett against number 9, Ilya Topuria in the featherweight division. And also so much was announced this week. It's crazy. We haven't had so much announced in 1 week as long as we've been doing the show. Fight night on July 1st, also at the Apex. Number 7, Sean Strickland against unranked middleweight Abus Magomedov. And then we get into UFC 290. We don't have that main event announced yet with Volkanovski and interim champion Yair Rodriguez in the featherweight division. That's anticipated. That's what that's going to be. But we do know that Brandon Moreno will be taking on Alexander Pantoja in the flyweight division for that flyweight title. And also talks of a middleweight matchup between number 2 Robert Whitaker and number 6 Dracus du Plessis. Also looking at Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker, number 10 and 11 in the lightweight division going at it. And then Bo Nickel and Trayshawn Gore, we know that one's on the card. So great middleweight matchup, second official UFC event for Bo Nickel. And then other stuff that's still tentative at this point coming up in the summer, but I think that was enough to add to the schedule so far. And so we'll be able to talk more about that next week. Maybe some other things will be announced at this week's event. So it's almost time to get into this box of 2022 Prizm. But before we do that, there are a few things that we want to do. So let's set this box aside for a second, because we are going to be giving away cards on this show. And we're looking at getting up to 100 subscribers. We're at 40 right now. But, you know, it's better than nothing. So I don't want to be too greedy. But so we're going to give away 7 fighter lots. And all of these include a numbered card. You've heard me say it a lot. And our biggest one is John Jones. And this is 21 cards, I believe, now. And anything that we pull that's, you know, numbered 99 or higher or base cards, we'll add that into these lots. And so got full John Jones, all for, you know, a lot of this is from this year's product, but you throw in a few 2020 as we get to some others. There'll be some going back to 2015 that we've opened, but Glover Teixeira, all these are former champions, current champions, people who fought for the belt. We've got Justin Gaethje. There's that numbered season ticket there on the top. Even a silver Prizm thrown in. Some 2020 Justin Gaethje. We got Jan Blachowicz. The numbered black of 99 right there on top. So a good stack of Jan Blachowicz. Got Robert Whitaker. There's a numbered one right there on top of the Phoenix from Chronicles. Some select thrown in there. Some 2020. And then on the women's side, a big stack of Holly Holm, former Bantamweight champion. Still going strong at 41. So of 99 there on top. And you get back all the way to some 2015 of Holly Holm. And also of Miesha Tate. So Miesha Tate there's the numbered origins. And Miesha Tate actually has 2. So there's a green from 2015 in there. So Miesha Tate with 2 numbered cards in this lot. And we're going to give all of these away. So, but the way you're entered in there is by subscribing. So hit that subscribe button and we'll give those away when we hit 100 subscribers. So let me clear some space for these. So let me get these put back away. I need all the room I can get for that box of Prizm tonight. Like I said, if you're listening live, if you're watching live, let me know who you collect. Love to know who to look out for. I've been, you know, doing this is the 13th show, and just been meeting people. And when we pull something, we put it out there, and have met some great people who bought our cards. And just, you know, once you buy here, I'm going to kind of look out for you. And been able to get some cards that people collect in their hands, and hopefully make people's day a little bit better. But I do want to talk about some of the pulls that we've had here on the show. But before we do that, let's get into our hobby top 5. So that is the top 5 hottest fighters in the hobby right now, not the pound for pound best fighters, but just the ones that people are collecting the most, the ones you see people asking for in different groups, and the people who are selling for the most in breaks. And so we go from 5 to 1, and nothing changed this week, but we may see something change when the new Panini Prizm comes out this week. So number 5 for us is Israel Adesanya, getting that middleweight belt back. And so he jumped into the top 5 last week with that win over Alex Pereira. And so at number 4, Alexander Volkanovski. Number 3 is Sean O'Malley. Number 2, Hamzat Chimaev. And our number 1 for probably the 6th week in a row is Shavkat Rakhmonov, since his victory kind of vaulted him up to the top. Everybody's looking for Shavkat rookie cards. That kind of puts him at the top, being the only rookie on that list right now. So once again, our hobby top 5 for this week: Rakhmonov, Chimaev, O'Malley, Volkanovski, and Adesanya. So let's talk about some of the cards that we've pulled here lately. Let's start with last week's best pull that we had out of that 22 Optic hobby box. It was this Stipe Miocic Optographs, and this one is blue and it's numbered 7 of 25, and I have a good lot of Stipe cards. I have 5 numbered Stipe cards, 2 autographs. One is an autograph memorabilia card that's a bookend. It's 49 of 49. I have another one that's a 49 of Stipe. So if you collect Stipe Miocic, I've got something for you to look at. 2 weeks ago, we pulled this Habib Nurmagomedov Tools of the Trade autograph of 14 of 49. This one is already spoken for, so this one was out of the 2021 Panini Chronicles. So unfortunately, this one is not available to you, but pretty much mostly everything else is. So our best pull out of Immaculate, this is a 3 of 4 Henry Cejudo. The jumbo walkout pants, got part of the UFC logo in there. This is numbered, like I said, numbered 3 of 4. And the week before that, we had 2 boxes of Immaculate. The first box, we pulled this Yuri Prochazka 20 of 25, the red base. So I have that and a lot more available. So once again, contact me at russ@orange-fire.com, at FightCardsRuss, or at OrangeFireMedia on Twitter, or on Facebook, Russ Renault, or Orange Fire Media. We've got the 2 accounts there. So now is the time in the show that we get to this box of Panini Prizm, but I do have one more teaser before we do that, and while I put these gloves on. So next week's show, we will, as long as the mail complies next week, we will be opening 2023 Prizm on this show. So we bought a case of Prizm, and we are looking forward to having that in hand by next Sunday's show, if not sooner. But of course, got to wait for the show. So we will have, we'll have enough for 12 weeks of content. But I saw this week some of the Donruss has gone on pre-sale. So that is supposed to be available sometime in June. So I don't think that'll get the full 12 weeks. So what I plan on doing with the show is getting a case of each product, and then we'll open the new product when it comes out, and we'll save what we had left over for the end of the year, just in case we need to fill in somewhere, in case we want to just have a mega show before Christmas and we take a couple of weeks off, that we just have a huge show where we just open all the stuff that's left over, or we do that when we come back right before the 24 product comes out. This is the first year of doing the show, so I'm open for any suggestions, but don't want to open all the Prizm at one time, even though I'd love to. That's kind of the hottest product, and that's what everybody's looking for. But we'll just have to, wait every week to open that box. But like I said, I'm planning on having the calendar filled up with products, and we'll stockpile some of it and have a huge show. And hopefully, by this time next year, we've just grown a lot and just have a really great time on the show opening cards. So once again, I want to thank everybody for supporting us, and everything that we open is going to be available. So like I said, just contact us here at the show. And if you're watching, drop something in the chat that says who you're looking for, and let us know what you're looking for. So here we go. 20 minutes on the dot that I stalled. It's probably the best I've done so far, right? I did want to get into this pretty quick. Trying to get into opening the cards sooner. Because we do have this available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Audible and all the podcast platforms. So we do want to keep everybody kind of entertained when we're not opening cards, so a little less entertaining. So here we go. Last hobby box of 22 product on this show. And I have something else planned if we don't get the Prizm in this week, but I'm just going to trust that it'll be here. We'll just have to go into the lots that I have if that doesn't work out. So here we go, pack number 1 of our last 22 hobby. It's a bad rip on that. Here we go. And I go through every card just so the people who are listening audio only know what we pulled. And if you hear something jumps out at you, just let us go back and see it for yourself and let us know. Corey Sandhagen, Augusto Sakai, Amanda Nunes, Israel Adesanya, Shavkat Rachmanov, that's a base. There's a Dustin Jacoby, cracked ice. The Dominic Cruz auto. So let's pull those two out. Get those into the sleeves. So auto right off the bat. Got a Chase Hooper, cracked ice. Got some pink ice packs too earlier this year, so still have some of those. I believe the Daniel Rodriguez was claimed today. So that was a good pickup for someone on eBay. So Dustin Jacoby, Jessica Andrade bonus machines, Phil Hawes, rookie card, Marlon Moraes, Johnny Walker, and Jalen Turner. And then back to the Corey Sandhagen. Pack number 2. On average, 2 autos in these boxes, so we got 1 in the first pack. Brad Riddell, Hamzat Chimaev, Valentina Shevchenko, Matt Brown, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Ruby Red, Stipe Miocic, Silver Prizm. I'm so good at pulling Stipe. Tony Ferguson, bonus machine, Silver Prizm. Zhangwei Li, Casey O'Neill rookie card, Julia Avila rookie card, Grant Dawson rookie card, Li Jianglang rookie card. So that was a good run. It was 4 straight rookie cards to end that pack. So nicely done. So whoever bought that rookie card lot for me today is getting all that. Not too bad. Jack Shore rookie card. Stephen Thompson, Neil Magny, LaRon Murphy rookie, Caitlin Chukagian, Charles Oliveira red. That one's number 299. So we have a bunch of fighter lots available, and I haven't pulled them all out on the show. It'd just be a long show to pull all those out. But a lot of them have a numbered card. You know, we're talking about the biggest names in UFC. Kai Kara France, Silver Prizm, Nate Diaz with the throwback, Cody Stamen, Robert Whitaker, we'll add that to the lot, Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski. So yeah, what I was saying is that I have this lot box that has a whole bunch of fighter lots and a lot of numbered cards, but you buy the numbered card, you get everything else. You get all the base that comes with it. So let me know who you're looking for, and I probably have something. Alexander Gustafsson, Cynthia Calvillo, Bea Malecki rookie, Kennedy Njeku rookie, Edson Barboza, Dan Ige with a red, $2.99. Sumaderji silver Prizm, Aljamain Sterling, Andre Muniz rookie, Rafael dos Anjos, have autographed RDA, Marvin Vittori. I've got a of 49 of Vittori. I believe that was the Prizm that we pulled a few weeks ago. Jorge Masvidal, and then back to that Gustafsson. Really looking forward to next week and getting that case of Prizm in. There's a Patty Pimblett, Marina Rodriguez, John Jones, Vivian Arujo, Michael Chandler Ruby Red, and Billy Quarantillo rookie card auto. Would have been much better if Billy Q hadn't lost last week, but we'll take it. He'll be back. Just kind of ran into a knee there against Edson Barboza. But we got 2 autographs out of the way, so shouldn't be expecting any more at this point. So Serial Gone, Fireworks, Jermaine Derondemy, Mobsar Evloev rookie card, Armin Saryukian rookie card, Yair Rosenstrike, and Dominic Cruz, and back to Patty. So this is our 6th pack, so we'll be halfway done after this. Rob Font, Carlos Esparza, Stipe Miocic, Penny Kanzad rookie, Loma Luke Boonme rookie, Juliana Pena blue. That one is of $1.99. Add that to the Juliana Pena collection I have. Got a pretty solid collection of Juliana. See what she can do on June 10th and see if she can get that belt back. Loma Lookboonmee rookie card, Silver Prizm. Amanda Nunes Fearless. Dan Hooker. Bilal Muhammad. Rose Namajunas. Chris Dawkins. So there we are, halfway through. At this point, we're not really looking for any more autos. Those will be just kind of bonus if we do. Let's see if we have any more low numbers in here, though. Jeff Molina, Dominic Reyes, Julian Marquez, rookie, Connor Gillespie, Mackenzie Dern. This one's purple, 149. Jack Hermanson Hyper, Derek Lewis Fearless, Alexander Romanov rookie card, Yan Xiaonan, Ryan Spann, Kelvin Gastelum, Edmund Shabazian, and then we go back to the beginning, Jeff Molina. No, Tony Ferguson, Dan Ige, Manon Ferrand, Joel Alvarez, Stipe Miocic, numbered to 25. 6 Stipe cards now that are numbered. That's 2 of them that are numbered to 25, 2 that are numbered to 149. I think one's numbered to 188 and one's numbered to 199. So, really good looking Prizm there of Stipe. And then also Beneil Dariush, back to back. That one's hyper. Get that one put away. Fireworks, Alexander Volkanovski, Henry Cejudo, Jeff Neal, Colby Covington, Alexander Pantoja, Jack Hermanson, and Tony Ferguson. Michel Pereira, Amir Albazi rookie card, Umar Nurmagomedov rookie. It feels kind of thicker for some reason. Making sure it wasn't stuck together. Daniel Rodriguez rookie, Brandon Moreno, Adrian Yanez ruby red, Panny Kianzad silver, Valentina Shevchenko fearless, Brock Lesnar, Alex Caceres, Vicente Luque, Corey McKenna rookie, back to Pereira. 3 packs left before we get to 2023 Prizm next week. Abubakar Nurmagomedov rookie, Jessica Andrade, Dustin Poirier, Piotr Jan, Korean Zombie Blue, it's numbered to 199. After that win last week, we may see Max Holloway and Chan Sung Jung face off pretty soon. We go with Brock Lesnar with the Hyper Prizm. John Jones bonus machines will add to our giveaway lot. Max Holloway, Juliana Pena, Steven Peterson rookie, Sean Brady rookie, Misha Tate. We'll add that to the lot. And then back to Abubakar. Damir Ismagulov, Dracus Duplessis rookie, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Michael Chandler, Beneil Dariush orange of 99. Sergey Spivak, Hyper Prizm rookie. Derek Lewis throwback. Francis Ngannou, Claudio Puelles rookie. Tom Aspinall rookie. Derek Brunson, Brandon Royval, and Ismagulov. Last pack. Here we go. Say goodbye to 2022 if you hadn't already. Matuz Gamrot, Josh Emmett, Glover Teixeira, Muslim Salikov, Arnold Allen, Brandon Royval, Ruby Red, Merab Devalishvili, Silver Prizm, Israel Adesanya, Fireworks, Adrian Yanez, rookie, Jennifer Maya, Dustin Jacoby, rookie, Pedro Munoz, and Mateusz Gamrot. So, there we go. There was our second box of Prizm. Let's go through what we got. So, Benil Dariush, orange, 99. Chansung Jung, Korean Zombie, blue, of 199. Stipe Miocic. This one is number 23 of 25, and we now have 6 numbered Stipe cards. Mackenzie Dern, purple, of 149. Juliana Pena, blue, 199. I don't know if I have that one. I have to go look. Billy Quarantillo, rookie auto. It's just a base. There's no number on that one, but a rookie auto nonetheless. Dan Ige, red, Prizm, 299. Charles Oliveira, also red Prizm, 299. Dustin Jacoby, the cracked ice. And Dominic Cruz with the base auto. So our 2 autos, Billy Q, Dominic Cruz. Our lowest numbered card was Stipe, of course. Like I said, if you collect Stipe, we're your spot. So pulled some pretty good Stipe stuff here lately. So that was another pretty good box here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. And next week, once again, to mention if you're joining us late or if you're just joining us, that we'll be opening 2023 Panini Prizm next week. As long as the mail cooperates, we'll have a case coming. So we'll be set for the next 12 weeks with Prizm. And we'll open it as long as Don Russ doesn't come out. So when Don Russ comes out, we'll start opening that. And then we'll just fill in as we go along in the year. Maybe we'll stockpile our extra boxes, and we'll do it big into the year show. We'll save them for just times where we may have some lag in product. But we're just hoping to build that stockpile and really learn who everybody collects and just start looking out for things. And, we've done a good job here so far. We've got, let's see, we ended up with 8 numbered cards and 2 autos out of here, 1 numbered of 25. So not a bad box, never a bad box, I guess, when you're just having fun. So just hope everybody enjoys the show. I hope this is a good place where you come and just get your week started off, a place where you can get your kids into collecting, and that we can answer their questions, get them started, get them help, just finding prices. Anybody has any questions, I'll take those and answer them. We can just be a good resource, and this should be a good place to come. We like to keep it clean on this show. I know a lot of UFC podcasts don't, just the nature of the sport, and that's cool for their show. But for this show, we're going to keep it clean, so this is a good place to come and just talk about the hobby and collecting and just have a good time here on the Sunday night. Once again, I'm Russ Renault, and thank you so much for stopping by here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast. We're live every Sunday right here on YouTube at 9 p.m. Central, and we open a hobby box every week, and we see what we pull out of here, and we talk about what happened in the UFC and what's coming up. So once again, thanks so much, and we hope to see you again next week, and thanks for joining us here to start your week. Everybody have a great week, and have a good night, and we'll see you next time right here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast.